Looking out my window, sun shining bright.
What's good, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. Your boy Reese, as always. Last night, Philly taking on Boston. Boston taking back home court advantage, handling business. And then the Phoenix Suns survive on the backs of a legendary, I wouldn't say legendary, but a masterclass performance from Devin Booker and then Kevin Durant. Near 40 pieces for both of them. But as always, got to get the first game of the night out the way. Philadelphia taking on the Celtics. If you're new, go ahead and subscribe for your boy. If you like the content, you feel me, you're here for a reason. Go ahead, drop the like button, comment so we can get some banter going back and forth. But yeah, let's get into the game. So to start the game off, Boston was looking really nice, 5 for 5 from the field, four splashes from deep, 14-4 run to begin the game. Then they proceeded to miss 14 of their next 17 shots. Philadelphia went on an 11-0 run themselves and went on to, take the lead for a minute. In that first quarter, Jason Tatum was really getting after it. Made it a point to erase that ugly 7-point game out of, his memory. He was really getting it going, 10 points in that first quarter. Closed the game out with 10 points in the fourth quarter as well. Finished with 27 points, 10 rebounds, 5 assists, a steal and a block. So, it's safe to say that game is out of his memory. And the other Jaylen Brown, bro, oh my God, he is just so smooth out there on the court, bro. His footwork is like poetry. His jumper is so silky, bro. Like everything he do to me, everything he does out there on the court to me looks just like perfect, bro. Like the baseline reverse and one on Joel Embiid, like that shit was so clean, bro. But he had a game himself, 10 points in that third quarter, hitting some tough buckets. Like I said, the baseline and one over Joel Embiid. He was only 8 of 18 from the field, but he finished with 23 points, 7 rebounds, and 5 assists. Al Horford, big time in his game, 17 points on 5 of 7 from deep, 7 rebounds, a couple steals in there as well. Everybody, well, not really everybody, but like Marcus Smart, Malcolm Brogdon, the usual suspects got it going. But then to see the game from Al Horford, I feel really changed the outcome of this game tremendously. He was just getting the open shots, even got a little fake dish, knock it down in the fourth quarter to really extend that lead you know what I'm saying? The starters were big time for Boston in that first half, though. 53 of the first, 57 points. Tremendous play from everybody. All but Al Horford was in double digits. He had 8, so he was nearly there, but everyone else scored at least 11 points going into halftime if they were a starter in that Boston Celtics uniform. So everybody was just getting it going for them in that first half. Obviously, Tatum finished the game leading in scoring. You had Jaylen Brown with his 23, but then Horford 17. Brogdon ended up with like 15, I think. So a lot of double-digit scoring in this game. Marcus Smart had a very, very good game offensively as well. Then Grant Williams, he did a really, really good job holding his own against Joel Embiid. Yeah, you're not going to stop him, but, just getting up into his chest, swatting balls away when he's trying to go up for jumpers. Just the little stuff making it hard for Joel Embiid to really, get comfortable out there, although he did end up with a big game, 12 points in that first quarter. 6 of those points came at the free throw line. He was really, really carrying the load for Philly on both ends of the court tonight. Finished the game with 26 points, 8 rebounds, 4 blocks, 11 of 12 on the line in the first 30 minutes of his play time. Late in that third quarter, though, you could really, really see how gassed he was. The man missed nearly 2 weeks of play time from that game 4 all the way up to last game against the Celtics, game 2. There's a lot of times throughout this game, Joel Embiid, nearly every time he touched the ball, he's seen a double team, sometimes triple teams. Like they were really trying to make it tough for Joel, and he was just getting to the basket, hitting the mid-range as usual, hit a couple threes. But the story of the night, James Harden, man, just I don't know what it is about Harden in the playoffs, but the man just cannot really ever stay consistent. He had the 45 piece in game 1. I don't know if it's really, I got to go back and watch to see how different they were defending him, but just atrocious ever since game one. I think he's like 5 of 35 or something like that in the past 2 games. So just not really getting it going offensively. Yeah, he finished the game off with a double-double. The assist is always going to be there. The playmaking is always going to be there. But Maxey too in this game. They combined at one point. They were 3 of 14 from the field in the first half. Luckily, they were only down 7 points going into that third quarter. But they were both just chucking shots. Completely out of rhythm. Maxey, he's taking off from way too far when he's trying to get layup attempts, and he's just throwing it off the backboard, to be honest, and hoping it falls. That's why I keep wearing the hat. I need my hair done. DeAnthony Melton, though, for Philly, he played a decent role, kind of a crucial role for them, especially in that first half. 5 points, 5 rebounds, 4 steals, and a block. Solid defense up and down the game. And then he had a few not tough, but like really much needed baskets and 3-pointers in that second half. Right time, right place, shots. Tobias Harris, this was the game that, maybe he could have, we needed like a 25-30 piece from Tobias, seeing how Maxey and Harden struggled so heavily. But that we just didn't get that. It was pretty much Joel Embiid out there all on his own. Then Phoenix versus Denver. Obviously, like I said, Devin Booker, Kevin Durant, both near 40 pieces. Devin Booker almost dropped 50 in this game. Dude has been absolutely ridiculous in this postseason. The hottest player by far when it comes to just putting points up on the board. And the efficiency that he's doing it at is ridiculous as well. 18 of the first 29 points of the game. The man was 8 for 10 from the field in the first quarter, scoring from all 3 levels. He carried it over to the second quarter, ending the half with 27. Absolutely ripping the defense apart. Everything was coming in rhythm as well. It wasn't like he was forcing shots. It was all rhythm shots. Made it look super easy tonight, per usual. The mid-range was just absolutely magnificent. The man had 35 points on 15 and 20 shooting going into the fourth quarter, and then closed out the game. Clutch bucket after clutch bucket for Devin Booker in this game. Kevin Durant as well was huge, and that's after that first quarter, just starting the game 1 of 8, 18 points. Just like Booker had in the first quarter, Kevin Durant backed that up in the second quarter. 18 points, ended the first half with 21 points. 11 of 12 from the free throw line. A near triple-double to end the game, 39 points, 8 assists, 9 rebounds, 2 blocks. He took 16 of the Suns' 18 free throws tonight. That has to be like some kind of record. It nearly would have been the entire free throw barrage, or whatever you want to say, of the Phoenix Suns if Devin Booker didn't get that late, trying to extend the game, foul. Even though you don't have a chance, Devin Booker got a couple free throws with like 5 seconds left. Other than that, Kevin Durant would have shot every free throw in this game for the Phoenix Suns. He really asserted himself tonight on the offensive end when his shot wasn't falling elsewhere, was making sure he was attacking and getting to that line. Absolutely veteran move by Kevin Durant in this game, especially not having, Chris Paul out there to facilitate. 8 assists to finish off. Devin Booker, I think, had 9 assists, so they really didn't need Chris Paul facilitation out there tonight. They haven't needed it really throughout the playoffs because those guys have been holding it down. It's with or without Chris Paul. Booker and Durant in that first half combined for 48 of the 67 Phoenix Suns points. And then DeAndre Ayton, of course, just disappointing. Per usual, dude's just there, bro. Like, I'm pretty sure he sat the entire fourth quarter because he had, 4 or 5 fouls. But on top of that, Jock Landale had more aggression in this game than DeAndre Ayton, especially on the glass. They both ended up with 9, but Ayton, he's supposed to get 9, 10, 12 rebounds a game. Jock Landale came in his 22 minutes with Ayton in the foul trouble and really, brought that energy late in the game when Phoenix needed it the most. Then on the other end, Jamal Murray was having himself a game as well in that first half. 5 of 8 to begin the game, 12 points in the first quarter, just ended up with 17 in the half. But going into the fourth, the man had 28, so he found his shot in that third quarter. But he got completely boxed up in the last part of the game. 1 of 8 to finish off the game. I think he had 32 once it was all said and done. But a much better showing than he did in game 2 for sure. The Jokic, that first half, ridiculous. 5, 4, and 7 in the first quarter, 11 and 10 at halftime. He had a double-double secured at halftime, had the triple-double secured before the fourth quarter even started. It was looking like the Suns were going to run away with it at halftime. 15-point lead, but in that third quarter, the Denver Nuggets really, locked in on defense, picked up the aggression on offense, and made it a game throughout the entire third. Once that fourth came, there were a lot of whistles early on. Made it kind of a snooze fest, especially when you're considering watching the game at 11:30, 11:45 at night. But then after that was over, both teams started going back and forth scoring, but the Phoenix Suns was able to capitalize on a couple big shots from TJ Warren down the stretch. Like I said, Devin Booker had a couple big clutch shots, and then Kevin Durant icing the game at the free throw line, as well as a jumper over Jamal Murray. Smooth pull up off the dribble, drop, cash. You know what I'm saying? What more can you say? It's Kevin Durant. But yeah, bro. I'm honestly, I'm not feeling the best today, so the video is a little rushed. I apologize if it's, all over the place, whatever that may be. But I'm trying to stay, as consistent as I can throughout this playoff stretch. Just bear with your boy. But yeah, I appreciate y'all tuning in. Subscribe if you're new. Drop a like, comment, and I'll see y'all in the next one. I'm out of here. Peace.